Okay, that's more like it. Home stretch. Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and if this is your first time here, or you've been here before but haven't subscribed yet, please do so, along with hitting that thumbs up button for me and dropping your comments. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been a subscriber so far and joined even recently. We're close to 10,000 subscribers. It's fantastic. I can't believe this channel has grown like that. And that's I owe it all to you guys. I mean, thank you so much. Definitely drop your comments because you guys are my collaborators and they help me a lot, especially if I overlook certain things. Okay, so the New York Knicks went to Atlanta. This is the first game of a back-to-back on a weekend. Tomorrow they play the Phoenix Suns. They took care of business in Atlanta, 121-105. I got highlights for you guys. I got a breakdown of OG Anunoby. His last 7 games have been incredible. And in fact, let's just go to this one stat right away, right here. Check this out. Thanks to StatMuse, OG Anunoby is the first player in franchise history to score 20 points on 60 true shooting in 8 straight games. That is, I mean, that's incredible. In franchise history, first guy to do that. His efficiency has been unbelievable, and he delivers on the other end. The man believes he should be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, as well as I. He definitely should be first team all defensive, no doubt. But we'll get back to that. Here we go. Knicks win 121-105, and the Big Cat delivered 30 points tonight. In fact, the Knicks had 3 starters with 20 points or more, and Josh Hart gave 16 points. All 5 starters, double figures. DeLon Wright started today. Though it was, at one point I thought Campaign might get the start, but I'm glad that DeLon got one more start. He needed that because I definitely think he has a chance to playing a role in the postseason. So we'll see about that. Let's keep going here. I do have highlights for you guys. Okay, so here, OG Anunoby as Knicks dominate in Atlanta. 24 points tonight, 3 blocks. He was a plus 24. And man, he is like a runaway train lately, but a controlled one, if you can believe that. He looks like a runaway train to the defense. But on his end, his handle has improved enough. His physicality he's taken that to a whole new level. And he's going in and just dunking. Shout out to Marshall Green here. OG Anunoby becoming a downhill demon takes this team ceiling to another level. That is exactly how I feel about this right now. So that's why I don't think that the Cleveland game, being a second game of a back-to-back without Mitch, and still without Jalen Brunson, is truly any kind of a measuring stick for where this team actually is at, because it's hard to even have a measuring stick because they've been playing incredible lately without Brunson. Not incredible, but well enough. They are 9-6 in Brunson's absence. So they didn't slip. This thing could have gone a whole different way. If this was still kind of like the team that was so Brunson dependent in the beginning and where OG was maybe giving you 16 points here and there, now it's completely done a 180, especially because of him. Outstanding. And when you go over here and look at just his last 7 games, including today's, the Knicks are 5-2 in those last 7 games. He's averaging 28 points a game. This is OG Anunoby. 28 points a game on 55% field goal shooting and 42%, almost 43% from the 3-point line. When he shoots and he misses from the 3-point line, I'm almost kind of like, oh, I'm stunned. I expect it to go in every single time. That, and not to mention 92% from the free throw line right now. 92% from the free throw line for Mr. Anunoby, and averaging almost 5 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.7 steals, and about a block a game. He's a plus 7.3 during this stretch. This team, I'm telling you, if this can continue, or a version of this aggressiveness can continue when Jalen Brunson returns, what is the ceiling of this team? I had already expressed in previous videos recently, I have a whole new attitude, even though the Cavs game definitely, may have, kind of dented that viewpoint a little bit for most of you. Not for me. I think there really is no ceiling currently for this team if OG Anunoby continues to play like this. Because look, even Karl Anthony Towns, who definitely has been laboring, the knee's been bothering him. He's missed a couple of games because of it. Even today, his finger's been bothering him. He has like a little cast on that finger. It's definitely impeding him. But even he, during this period without Brunson, is averaging 23 points a game on 50% shooting and 44% from the three-point line, though only 4.2 three-point attempts. I would like to see that go up. Personally, as far as I'm concerned, he's still one of the top two rebounders in the game, and during this stretch, he averaged about 11.8, almost 4 assists per game for Mr. Towns. His passing, man, he's making some incredible passes of late. And what I loved, there was a moment there earlier in the game when the Knicks were, they were trying to establish their lead. He drove to the basket and he didn't force the shot. And that's something that I've been looking for to see if he's going to spray that ball. He got it out to the corner. I believe it was to either OG or Bridges. I can't remember who it was. And they sunk the three. Perfect. Those corners are magic. As even Thibs says, those are his highly valued areas on the court. He wants the Knicks to shoot more from the from the corners, the 3-pointers from the corners. The thing is, with all that said, and even with this happening here, Thibs, his attitude. Thibs was asked in the post-game interview by Fred Katz on the notion of OG Anunoby if he will revert offensive style as Jalen Brunson's returns. And Thibs got a little snippy. That's white noise. Game tells you what to do. Sacrifice. What gives team best chance to win. He never spent time exclusively in corners. Bunch of garbage. Bunch of excuse making. Well, I don't agree with the coach. OG did spend a lot of time in the corners. And now OG gets the ball where he can feast. And he drives now. Now, was OG deferring too much on his own? Was he not, like Thibs says, letting the defense, the game tells you what to do? That is possibly true as well. So the question is really, and Thibs didn't really answer it. The question is, will OG be able to continue his aggressive play on the offensive end when Brunson returns and the ball is primarily in his hands? So he never answered that question. He never answered it. My hope is yes. And Brunson was sitting there on the bench today watching this game in Atlanta. He returns tomorrow. Kind of buried that lead. Says almost ready down there. Brunson returns tomorrow. And Mitch, who did not play today because of knee injury recovery, not knee, injury recovery management or something is what they're calling it. He doesn't play back-to-backs. So instead of playing today, which there was no Clint Capella, there wasn't too much size issues to worry about. They have a couple of big guys, Ricochet and Okongwu, but Knicks could handle that with just Precious and in Cat, obviously. So tomorrow, Mitch will play. Brunson will play. I cannot wait. It's against the Phoenix Suns. I don't think Kevin Durant is going to play. I think he's hurt. I don't know what's the other injury situation for the Suns are. But it's going to be a very important final 6 games of the season for Brunson to return and still be the captain, Mr. Clutch, still be the burner, but at the same time be the facilitator and the initiator for others. Play make for others. No one breaks down defenses better than Jalen Brunson. So that means defenses collapse. He gets doubled, tripled. Find the other guys. They are hitting their buckets. Even Bridges had a really good game today. We know Josh Hart, when he's wide open, he can hit it. Especially when the buzzer's when it's a shot clock buzzer beater, he hits those like nobody can. Unbelievable the way he does it. So let's see, because that is going to be the key to whether the ceiling gets put back on this team and it's like first round, and then get past the first round, you get into the second round, and you're out, or boom, you blow through to the finals. That is going to be really interesting and fun to watch. I cannot wait for the playoffs. I love the NBA playoffs. Love the NBA playoffs. I love March Madness too, but I love the NBA playoffs. All right, let's get back to this. All right, Cat, as Knicks blow out Hawks, 30 points for him on 10 of 15 field goal shooting and 11 rebounds. He was a plus 27 himself, and his passing was just something to behold. There were some attempts to kind of overdo it with the passing, like too many passes when you should just go straight up to the hoop yourself, or just take that three. I want him to take the three more, but it's falling on deaf ears. Josh Hart, 1 rebound away from a triple-double, 16 points, 11 assists, and 9 rebounds for him. Though, man, that he was, I think in the first quarter alone, he had 3 turnovers right away. So it's like he giveth and taketh in the same play almost. He totally passes the ball away, bad turnover, and then steals the ball, and then gives the ball up again. It's like, it's like, dude, that's like, playground type stuff. And here we go. There's a nice quote here from that post-game interview with Thibs, thanks to New York basketball. If I leave him in, he's going to be upset about that. If I take him out, he's going to be upset about that. So I said, what the hell? I'll take him out. Thibs on taking out Josh Hart, 1 rebound away from his 10th triple-double. And then, where was Kolek, McCullough, and Dadier? What's the point in building a 30-point lead early in the third quarter? Yeah, the Knicks were up like 33 at one point. Well, while having to play again tomorrow. Now, if we weren't playing tomorrow, okay, let's wait until the fourth. But no, we play again tomorrow. If you're not going to empty the bench, what's the point of that? If you're not going to empty the bench. Now these guys, they were even in this game until 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And guess what happened? The Knicks could not score a bucket in the last 7 minutes of play. And guess why? Because the starters played too many minutes. Too many minutes. They were cooked. OG's putting out he's putting everything out on the court. He was exhausted. Even he couldn't hit a shot. So what is the point of that? Look, let's go to here. Because I know some of you think I'm crazy. This is the first 43 minutes of play. No, 41 minutes of play in this game. Okay? So, in the first 41 minutes, look at this. OG, a plus 30, 23 points. Knicks were shooting 65% from the three-point line, 61% overall. They were destroying. They were up 27 at this point. They were destroying the Hawks. But because this range here, from midway through the third to this point, there was no need to have your starters burning all these minutes. There was no need for that. Then when you look at the last 7 minutes, here we go. Here's the range finder. Here we go. The last 7 minutes of game. Knicks scored 1 point in the last 7 minutes. Now that's why I continue to harass Thibs about the minutes. I continue to do it. His rotations actually end up, it's like spinning into a fan that's on. It just comes right back and blows him in the face. And then he's like, oh, we just, our 33-point lead is dropped down to 26. Oh, I'm scared because of Tracy McGrady once, scored 1,000 points in 3 seconds. It's like, come on, man. Come on. Let's evolve a little bit here. How the hell are you going to keep these guys fresh? I know you got a week in between the final game of the season and the playoffs. But can't you see with your own eyes your players look cooked on the court? I can see it. You can see it. The announcer, Clyde said it. OG's gassed, man. I don't know if that was the exact words he said, but he said something to that effect. The Knicks attempted 11 shots. in those final 7 minutes. I mean, he finally took out Towns, McCall, but OG played almost another 4 minutes. Hart played 4.5 minutes. I don't get it. I don't get it. Do not get it, man. But that's the coach we have. But shout out to Coach. Oh, what happened? Shout out to Coach. Where's this thing? He tied. Oh, I had this here. He tied. Oh, no, he passed Pat Riley in most wins as an NBA coach. He's now 4th on the list all by himself. And shout out to him for that. He's a great regular season coach. But we're talking about the complete season, the playoffs as well. You know, I mean, we want a guy who can figure out how to maximize his roster and get us to the promised land, not just kind of make us feel good about the regular season. That's my whole rant about Thibs. All right, let's get to the highlights. Here we go. The game got off to an interesting start. The Hawks were up early. And then the Knicks could not miss a single bucket. They were unbelievable in that first quarter. In the first quarter, the Knicks hit 61% of their shots, 57% from the three-point line, 4 of 7. They had 10 dimes. 10 dimes. So that's sharing is caring. Here comes Bridges. Give it to him. Boom. Nice. I think he had his back foot on the logo right there. Nice for Cat. And that's when the Knicks just started taking off. Once those three-pointers start falling, oh, here comes Hart. Hart missed a bunch of like easy ones right by the hoop like this game. He probably could have had 20 points easily. For sure, in my opinion, look at this bounce pass by OG. That was gorgeous. Beautiful. Here comes Cat. Nice little 360 spin. Hits. Somehow no foul called. Okay. All right. Bridges out. Ooh. Is that LeVert? I think that is LeVert. Sloppy play here. Lots of turnovers in this game. A lot of turnovers. Knicks ended up with 13 turnovers, but a lot of those turnovers were early. Yeah, Hart had 3 in that first quarter. DeLon had 1. All right, here we're coming in. OG once. Oh man, he's just beasting. If OG can play like this against the Cavs or the Celtics, eeks. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun in April and May. Maybe June. There's Mr. Broadway, Trae Young. Trae Young did not necessarily have himself a good game today. He shot 33%, only scored 16 points, and did not get double digits in assists. Only had 9. I mean, 9 is great, but only had 9. See here, what else? In this, it's now the end of the first quarter. So we allowed the Hawks to score a lot though in that first quarter. Oh, look at that! He got fouled. Ball just rims right in. Nice. Towns. What was Towns' big quarter? Oh, it was the second quarter. Towns hit all 3 of his buckets in the second quarter. Went through the free throw line 3 times. Hit all 3 of those. Got 5 rebounds. But again, did turn the ball over 3 times. That was that sloppiness. That was that he commented on himself of trying to do too much with certain passes. Campaign returns. Buries a 3. Now the Knicks are up 13. Payne comes around. Oh, look at this. Precious, he had quite a up and down game. Once again, I really highly doubt Precious will be on this team next season. Okay, now we got Cat there with the nice little hook floater. Look at this, behind the back. And Mikal Bridges. Let's talk about him. Mikal Bridges in this second quarter, he hit all 4 of his buckets. His 3-point attempt right there. Played some excellent defense on Trae Young. That's one of the reasons Trae Young struggled so much. He used his length, his physicality on him, and he was able to anticipate where Trae Young was going to want to be on the court. He fought through screens. Beautiful. Look at that. Nice little play right there. Cat. The big bodega. Bringing it. DeLon sharing the ball right there. Here we go. Landry Shamet comes off the curl. Buries the three. He had 3 3-point attempts from the right corner in the first quarter, or first before that shot. And they were just all short. They were rushed. Not sure why he rushes his shot. We didn't see it. Maybe we saw it earlier, but he took a 3-point attempt where he had plenty of time before that. And now he gets that other attempt. Now he's got the range. It's all about rhythm, as Clyde says. Shooting's all about rhythm. Once you establish the rhythm in a positive way, you can keep it going. So now the Knicks, look at that. Look at this. 78-53. What a great first half for the Knicks. And you thought, oh no, are they going to let go of the rope? They're going to let go of the rope? Are they going to let the Hawks claw back in this? Well, the Knicks started off, pretty strong in that third quarter. But they did let the Hawks begin to crawl back in it. Let's see here. About halfway through. Yeah, the Knicks, in those first about 6 minutes of the third quarter, the Knicks outscored the Hawks 16-12. The Hawks, what was the deal here? They just hit more threes, that's all. There's Ricochet coming down. Nice play for him. He's turned into a nice player. I wasn't that high on him in last year's draft, but he definitely has turned into an interesting player. He's competing with Stephen Castle for Player Rookie of the Year. So now the Knicks are up 30. Here you could see that the team had expended a lot of energy to build this lead. And about this point, I thought, you know what? The Hawks have a lot of their bench in there. Or some of their bench. Yeah, they have some of their bench. They have Mann in there. They have LeVert in there. Why not let some of our guys, like McCullough, get in there? How about Kolek? Let him get in there. Kolek deal with the second unit of the Hawks. Look, if you give back a little bit of the lead, fine. The starters can come back in. But what if something keeps clicking and they can maintain at least a nice 25-plus point lead, a 20-point lead or whatever, by using your starters and by using your bench guys, and you keep your starters fresh for tomorrow, because we're playing tomorrow. We want to rack up as many wins as we can. There's Shamet again from the right corner. Look at OG coming in. Even when he's falling, he's making something happen positive. Nice. I like the way Hart caught the front end of that rim right before the end of the third quarter right there. So now going to the fourth quarter, Knicks were up 28 points. And like I showed you before, they stalled out after the 7-minute mark. After the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, Knicks could not score. 1 point. It was a free throw. Look at that. Nice. Big Cat. I'm looking forward to seeing Cat on the court with Mitch and with Brunson. That's what I'm looking forward to. Let's see here. And I'll show you why I'm looking forward to that. Okay, let's keep. The highlights have come back around. All right. Get this prepared while you guys keep watching this. One thing I noticed, because I was curious, how many minutes have Brunson, Cat, and Mitch played together? It's not much. I was surprised it was as much as it was. Let's see here. See if I can pull this up for you guys. Why does he keep asking me that? All right, let's go over here. All right. Well, let's get back over here. No, almost done here. All right. Brunson, Towns, and Mitch. All right. Brunson, Towns, and Mitch. Okay, here we go. Brunson, Towns, and Mitch. They've only played 6 possessions together. Right here. But they're a plus 83. I cannot wait to see that lineup, that trio on the court together. And then OG's obviously going to have to be out there. Probably in Macau or Hart, depending on the dynamics of the moment. Okay, here we go. Got out of order here. Okay, so Mikal Bridges, very effective, 9 of 13, 20 points off just 13 shot attempts. Excellent for him. 5 dimes from him. OG, like we mentioned before, 24 points, 4 dimes for him. And Towns, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 30 points. I believe he is now third, the third most games of a Knick with 30 points and 10 rebounds. Number 1 was Bob McAdoo. Number 2 is Pat Ewing. And in a season, most games in a season. And Towns is third right now. Josh Hart, 5 of 8 for him, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists. Like I said, one rebound away from a triple-double. DeLon Wright played a decent game. Started 29 minutes, 10 points for him. Landry Shamet picked it up. He missed his first 3 shot attempts. So that means he was 4 of 7 for the rest of the game. Nice for him. From the 3-point line, should I say. 12 points for him. In campaign, he hit that 1 3-pointer. That was his only score tonight. He plays 21 minutes in his first game back from injury. McCullough did finally get on the court. 2 minutes for him. 2 minutes. Could have been 10 minutes. Could have been a really interesting 10 minutes for him. Let's see here the plus-minus stats. Bridges a plus 24. OG a plus 24 as well. Towns with a team-high plus 27. DeLon Wright plus 18. Josh Hart only a plus 3. Precious Achiuwa a minus 10. And Shamet a plus 4 for him. Here comes the Hawks stats. No one could break the 20-point mark. 16 points for Trae Young only. Dyson Daniels, what I loved about what OG was doing, he was taking it right into Dyson Daniels' chest. Now, OG talked about him wanting to be the defensive player of the year, thinks he should definitely be all defensive. I agree, first team. Well, Dyson Daniels is the one who's in the running for being defensive player of the year, and OG made him look like a non-factor on the court today on both ends. Loved what he did. He showed him who is the true defensive player of the year. Eventually, he's not going to win it. Very few actually, if Dyson Daniels wins it this year, it'll be a break from tradition. Usually, big men win it because of the blocks. Niang did put a little hurt on the Knicks for a little stretch there, but he ended up just shooting 3 of 13. And Karis LeVert, I don't know why he's on the bench and why he's wasting away there. He finished with 14.6 of 11. Here are the team stats. Knicks shot almost 54% overall, almost 52% from the 3-point line, 15 of 29 from there. I would like for them to keep taking a little few more. I know I repeat that a lot, but when it comes against better teams, the things that we got away with tonight, we won't get away with against better teams like the Celtics and the Cavs. Even the Pacers, gotta tell you, or in the Bucks. You know, they can't be sloppy with the ball. They have to take good shots as well. The Knicks hit 16 of 19 of their free throws, so well done there. Rebounds were pretty much the same, 38. They were the same, 38 for both. The Knicks broke the 30 assist mark, and they usually win when they do that. They had 8 steals, 5 blocks, and points considered off turnovers. The Knicks ended up a positive on that. They were a plus 2 in that category. And points in the paint, 54 to 50 plus there. The Knicks' largest lead was 34 points at one time. And the Hawks led by 5. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. Listen. Stay hopeful. This team has not revealed its true self yet. And what we have been witnessing of late could be It just has to be folded in. I disagree with Thibs' attitude about it. There's going to be a need for this team to maximize its full potential. There needs to be a new version of what this team was pre the Brunson injury that incorporates this incredible run, aggressive play that OG Anunoby has been on, and Mikal Bridges as well has had a really good run of late. So that has to continue. Sharing the ball, spraying it out to the corners, or swinging it around the horn to keep finding the open guy. There were some times, the reason there were guys open in the corners because they just kept swinging the ball around to find the guy who had the better shot, and it was working beautifully. And the Knicks shot outstanding today for that reason, I think. All right, and I think it is possible. That's the other thing. I think it's totally possible because Brunson himself, his most primary thing that he wants is to win. He is a winner. So he will figure it out, and he has a brilliant basketball mind. All right, thank you so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. Please subscribe, follow me on social media, and share the video. Definitely helps, and I will see you, and drop your comments around the Knicks-Verse. Let's go.